They run the counter now on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here we go. 120! Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 30 on second down, Wentz, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
There we go. Back. 20.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
49ers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. 20.
Right there, 56. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
74.
56. Mike, 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Right there.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Now Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Garoppolo on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Under crush, under crush, under.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, Alpha.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Wentz. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. 11 yards there. 1st down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body. Ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now Wentz again. And complete to Zach Ertz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
Safety's creeping.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
General West.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
Let's go, baby.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 35 on 2nd down, Garoppolo throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd and short.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Go. 180.
59. Yeah.
Sunday.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go one more.
Black.
On 2nd and 15 now. Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to let this one go deep, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
To throw is Wentz. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz, and this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
We got this. Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here we go.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Don't let him breathe. Play that time.
21. Hey, come on. Get hot.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it's third down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too.
Let's go.
And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Garoppolo looks to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up. In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football. Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say. Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans. He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right. Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down. Another run with Sanders. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are,
the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the out.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check. Fresno.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it.
Here we go.
What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being...
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Check three.
Lock. 11.
Mike 51.
Buzz.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. As Sanders has it poked free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we're that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, baby. Come on, man.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Garoppolo again. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
He's coming. We got double up here.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
Go. 20.
56. Yeah, I got you.
Bus.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D. Ford, his 2nd sack of the night. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Sack.
Garoppolo now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
I got this.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus. and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Eagles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.